What's going on, guys? No, just checking in with another video on depression, anxiety, and depersonalization. Today I want to talk about something that I consider to be a major key in surviving depression, anxiety, and DP. When I was really bad off, I didn't believe anyone else had ever been as bad off as I was. And that was ignorant of me. And that's something that a lot of people that are new to depression and young people, it's a very common feeling, because if it's so new and foreign to you, you imagine that it's not commonplace, and you start believing your situation is rare and special. I don't mean that in a condescending way. I just mean like what's happening to you couldn't be happening to other people, especially in a society that is extremely good at painting a false picture of their day-to-day life, right? We all just see the best that people put out of themselves. We see it, we embrace it as truth oftentimes. So anyway, I didn't believe anyone had ever felt as depressed, as suicidal, as depersonalized, as panicky as I was. And one day I read a book by an author whose name is Douglas Block. I featured him on the channel. He runs a wonderful YouTube channel that I'm very proud to say I encouraged him to start. Link in the description. But I read a book when I was in a psych ward by Douglas called When Going Through Hell, Don't Stop. And that was the first time I read something, or I heard something that connected with me on my level of suffering, where I happened to be at that time. And that was huge, and that plays into my major key. At that time, I needed to find a model. Someone who I believed had gone through what I was going through, and who could help me survive till my dark night of the soul was over. I needed a model. So we're at a red light. So if you are depressed, anxious, or depersonalized, if you're in a terrible state, you can't rely solely on yourself. I've said this before in past videos, and I'll probably be repetitive for as long as I have a channel. Your broken mind can't fix your damaged brain. Your damaged brain. You need a model. I needed a model. Someone I could look up to, I could trust, and whose path I could follow because they had gone before me. Now, finding your personal model in the realm of mood disorder is your journey. But I encourage you to take it, because it's extremely, and I use this word specifically, comforting, very comforting to trust another soul, another human being when going through something like this. And it's very hard. It's very hard to trust, but they're out there. There are men and women out there who have been through what you are going through. Obviously, everybody's story is a little bit different, but if you, like when I read Doug's words, it was like reading my own thoughts, my own fears, my pain, my suffering. I read it. It was too spot on. I trusted it, and I followed his model. Point is, I'm not here to tell you Doug is your model. I'm not here to tell you any specific person is who you need to follow. But I strongly suggest you follow someone until you feel more comfortable and more healthy and more on top of your situation. Let go of the reins. Take the lead from someone who's gone before you. It could help save your life, and at the very least, depending on how severe you are, it'll make this a lot more comfortable. It really will. I needed a model, and I feel we all need a model depending on what realm of life we're struggling with. I think we need a model for productivity. I think it's good to have a model that we can follow for health and fitness, for diet, for study habits, for everything, including mood disorders and mental health. And I'm not saying that it has to be, for example, a psychiatrist or a therapist. It can be. It can be. But it needs to be someone you trust. Your job is to go out there, scour the books, scour the internet, find yourself a man or a woman who you believe understands dark places, and who you at least can acknowledge has overcome those dark places, and just follow in their footsteps. It's a major, major key. That was the end of my feeling like I would never get better. Now, I was in a bad place when I read those words in that book, when I found Doug, so to speak, but if he could survive, I could survive. And that was the first time I'd ever believed that, and that was treatment resistant. Let me see if I can say this with some humility. What? Ooh, snap. Oh, I need to get a car stand. You see those spider-like senses? After you overcome something like this, and you can, after you overcome a mood disorder, in a way, you've earned credibility within yourself to be your own model. And I say that not like I'm some idol that I should follow. I just mean I know it can be done now. So Doug knew it could be done when I read his book. He knew it. I didn't believe it when other people said it, but I sure as hell believed it when he did, because he connected with me. So now I can tell myself, should I slip back into deep despair or depression or anxiety, hey, you've done it before. I've proven that to myself. I know it can be overcome. Doug's done it before, and now I've been connected with a bazillion people that have done it before. So you can find your model in a depression group, on the internet, on YouTube, that's the internet, in books, just go find it. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a major key. It helped save my life. If you're suffering right now, stay brave. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. It's horrible, it's not fair, but I do believe you can do it. I believe you can do it because I could do it. And if I can overcome it, anybody can, okay? So thank you so much for watching the vid. I hope that was of some use to you. We'll see you guys in the next one. And good luck finding your model. Later, guys.